Welcome to my first ever FIFA trading video. I've never made a, well, technically I've never uploaded to my channel before, and this is my first ever time uploading. Where to start? Well, first of all, like I said, this is my first time, so I'm not really used to this, but I do have spare time, so I thought this would be a pretty cool idea. And if anyone walks in on me, and you might hear some background noise, so I'm sorry about that. But for the time being, I would like to start off with, I've seen a lot of people post YouTube videos about trading methods and stuff of that matter, and personally, I don't think they're that good most of the time. They're just like very simple methods, and they don't even make you that much coins. And for some reason, I do not know why, but they're getting thousands of views and getting like a K like on their videos. And honestly, I don't find them to be that good. As you can see, I have 950k. I wouldn't say I'm not a good trader, like by no means. I've seen people make like 3 million coins and just like large amounts of coins, and there's some people who, you know, they're amateur traders, maybe 200k, things of that matter. But I think I'm almost near middle, so I would like to consider myself as a good trader. You know, not amazing, but still good. But I've never really used anyone else's methods for trading. Not to say I'm a genius and I make up my own, but I still I do my own thing. And my own thing, I feel like it's just so much better than what most people do on like on their YouTube videos, because I don't know what they're doing with their trading tips. Like most of the time they're literally for just a bunch of people who don't know how to trade, period. So if you're looking for some trading advice, I know it's taken so long to get to this point, but I'll just tell you some of the things I've done to get up to this point, and then hopefully you can learn a thing or two. So to start off with, just a simple thing I did last night. Right now, it's currently 5 o'clock, and I'm Central Time America. So the first thing I did was last night during like 2 a.m. was what did I do? Oh yeah, I went after this player right here, Mascara. You see, as you know, there's always an SBC dropping at 12 o'clock. At least that is my time. Whatever time it is for you, there's always an SBC dropping every day. And I looked at this player's price, and I did this like on the companion app. I was just sitting, you know, I wasn't busy. I was just watching a YouTube video before I sleep, and I decided to look at this guy's price. So let's just check out how much he is right now. Okay, he's dropped a lot, but we're not a lot, but from what I've sold him for. So what I did is yesterday, for about an hour, just while watching YouTube, you know, just casually, just my time, I bid and I won around, give or take, 88 of him for 350 or 400 coins. And what's good about this is that for this amount, it's basically a no-risk method. Why? Well, because he's a Spanish player from not La Liga, which makes him a secondary league for like any Spanish hybrids for SBCs and stuff of that matter. And he's a very high rating, at least for his type of profile. So I got him for 350, 400, and a new SBC dropped. And if we switch to over here, I think it's this one, yeah, right here. It requires minimum 2 Spanish players, and everyone has to be gold. So yeah, I would have been more happy if there was a rating requirement, but you know, it's still exactly gold, and he's a gold player, so this will work out for him too. So yes, this does depend on some luck, what I'm about to show you, but yeah, it worked out in the end. So I bought him for 87, or I bought 87, should I say, for 300, 400, and I woke up 12 o'clock around there, and I saw an SBC from just like I showed you, and I just listed him all for 1k, all 87 of them. I probably had one left over here because I couldn't fit him in my trade file, but I listed also 87, and eventually after that hour, let's just say give or take about 25 of him sold for a k. And then I relisted all the others because I was slightly impatient. I just wanted to see my coin total to go up. You know, if you're more patient, you should just keep relisting for a K. But I relisted for around 800 coins. In around 20 minutes, all of them sold. So you'd probably be asking, okay, so what's the end profit for this? I ended up making around 43k profit. Or, okay, maybe my math is off because I didn't exactly calculate, but anywhere from 38k to 43k. Somewhere around there. And you know, all this took me was literally an hour, and like not an hour of just, oh my god, constantly I'm bidding, or like I'm just doing this and that. I'm watching YouTube, I'm just enjoying my time, and I'm also bidding on the player, like on my companion app, just casually bidding. You know, I bid on like FIFA, not 50, what's the max? Yeah, I think 50 is the max for the transfer targets, around there. I bid on 50 of him, I let it go. Half an hour later, whichever I win, I send to the transfer list. Whichever I lose, it is what it is, so you just remove them, and then you start rebidding. I got lucky, I never really got like transfer ban or anything, so that kind of helped. But yeah, I got what's it called, I bid, I won all those, and then it's just like that, like 12 hours, or not 12 hours later, like literally just 10 hours later, I wake up, I sell, boom, that's like an easy 38k to 43k. Like it was that simple to make that kind of profit. And so that was just one thing I've done. And another thing I've done, which made it 150k, this was like a 3-day thing. Like the whole process took 3 days for it to work. But let's check it out. So first, I really like trading with La Liga players, by the way, if you haven't noticed, kind of. But I haven't really shown anything to show that I do like them. But yeah, that is something I like to do. So Spanish La Liga. So let's just see this, for example. Left mid 600. Okay, so prices have changed. Ooh, oh, okay, oh, I'm so stupid. Yeah, because of the SBC, so that would make sense. These players actually, for Spanish La Liga, I think 2 days ago, maybe a day ago, and I could have easily invested in this, but I just didn't, because I didn't really want to for some reason. And they were around, like, let's just say, give or take, like 500 on buy now, and on bid they were going for 300, 400. And even right now, maybe you can squeeze some in for like 450, 400. But like 2 days ago, like easy, you can get whatever you want for 400. So this isn't just limited to the left mid position, but you can get them for like right mid, center midfielder is very good, center back, left backs and right backs especially. Goalkeepers not so much, and strikers not so much. But all those other positions, like just they're so amazing to get for like 400 coins. The best time to get them is when there's like no SBC that requires them. You can tell if you want. You can like go to Footbin and just to see if there's like, oh, maybe for new SBCs, if there's like any solutions containing Spanish players that might bump their price up, or if there isn't and you don't see any requirements on any new SBCs, and then just go for them because they're usually around 400 coins. So what I did is like about like a week ago, I bought around 120. I might like this number is probably so off, but like let's just say a very large amount, 100 plus La Liga cards, Spanish, left mid, right mid, you name it, everything, center back, all around 400, 350 coins, like around that range. And I ended up selling them all for at least, give or take, 700 to 800, because a very good SBC drop for them, they were required. So after like tax and everything, again, this number might be so off because I don't remember my exact calculations, I sold them for around 150k profit. You know, it's just it was like a 3-day process. I bid on them, I got them, I stored them on my club. Yes, like you kind of are very handicapped with what you do after you buy them, because like I don't know, like if you go to your market, oh yeah, you should mention, if you do store players like right over here, like what's it called, in your the pile where like you can decide to keep them or send them to transfer list, but if you don't have them out, you can just like deal with them later, that thing, whatever it's called. It will not let you open packs. I think that is true, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, let's just say you keep them, maybe one day the SBC doesn't come out, second days it come out, you're gonna have to eventually get lucky, because you know, day after they drop new SBCs, so they drop it, they are required, and guess what, you put, like, that's easy, double the coins on every card you have. 350 like minimum, he goes up to 600, maybe 800. Left mids, right mids, I felt like they go up the most. But yeah, all these positions I told you, center back, left back, right back and left back also go up a lot. And make sure they're Spanish, because it's just better, because Spanish also gives them a big up in their value. And yeah, like I made 150k easily just because I held on to that much cards, and it's just a simple method, and I find it better than most methods that are showing like, oh, build on this card for like one, or like silver trading methods. Like honestly, silver trading methods, you should only be doing that if you have like 5k, and even then it's not even that good. Finally, to wrap up this video, I probably, like, honestly, there's like a lot other methods I can tell you that I've done, but I just, like, this is my first time doing a YouTube video, and I don't know how long it should be and stuff of that matter. It could be like 10 minutes, and I don't know, like maybe 7. I don't know how long it is right now. I'm sorry if it's long. But here's a quick one, and this one was so good. Oh my god, this was a 3-day thing also, like the other one, but I felt like it was easier, and it paid out, like, although it did pay out nearly the same, or no, it did not. It paid like 180k around there. This paid out way better than it. But let's see, Goretzka, his ones to watch. This is just an example. I know like one to watch rating is kind of like everyone knows about it, but there are certain players that make more money than others. Now, I know like I don't know how much like coins you as a particular person have, but this is like mostly for people who have a lot more coins, like maybe around like 300k mark around there. If you don't play division rivals or foot champs and you just like you're legitimately just a trader, this is something I did, and I had like 700k at the time, and this like he brought me up to like 925k after profit and everything. I had like 750. Yeah, he basically increased me by 200k. So what I did is his price, like 3 days before the game that Bayern had with, I believe, Mönchengladbach. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. They lost 3-0 to that game. They ended up, so that was a terrible game for them. He was around, give or take, like on bid. Like if you just like consistently bid, like maybe every 5 goals because you try to bid and win, maybe you get 130. I got 3 of him, I believe, for 130. Or 4, I mean, for 130, 1 for 126, and then 1 for 120. Now I think that adds up perfect. Yeah, that around there, that adds up to like the coin total I have. So 120, 126, 130. About 6 cards. So 2 days before, now him as a player, although he's amazing, like he's an amazing one to watch and things of that matter, he doesn't really start for Bayern that much. Now I don't know, like maybe if you're watching this video in like 2 weeks, something happens to Bayern and like one of their star players gets injured, unfortunately for them, Goretzka will start playing more games, obviously. But let's just say for the time being, he was not starting more games. So yeah, I bought him for like, let's just say 130, and 2 days before the game, like I said, no one knows about him starting. Most of the people think he doesn't start. The coach himself, like the Bayern coach, he announced that he'll be making, what that means is basically like players that played before games, obviously they're going to be substituted. And I checked to see their last 2 games to see who's played and who's not, and I saw Goretzka both times not play. I think he was injured, but point is he wasn't playing. And I also read somewhere, I've been following on Twitter a very popular Bayern account, like a Bayern fan account, who like honestly they've made many predictions about like pre-game lineups, like before 2 days, a day, whatever it is, and most of the time they're right. And they had Goretzka in their lineup. It's like that right there, that just basically guaranteed him starting for the lineup. So the day before, or the day of the game, so I still have those cards. It's been like, I've held them for 2 days, and his price, it increases to, or let's just say it started at 150 like an hour before the game. He gets announced, slowly starts going up. So when do I know when to sell him? And I'm not going to lie to you, I actually sold him literally at his highest point possible. 1k below his highest point. So he went up. The day before, like overnight, he went up like around 15k. He was like 140, he went up 15k. He was like 155 around here, like this range right here. And then as he's announced into the lineup, he slowly started going up, going up, going up. So don't forget, 3 days ago I bought him for 130, 120, like 6 cards around there. He keeps going up until about, give or take, 30 minutes before the game, half an hour. He reached his max point at 165. This was his maximum point right here. There's around 2 cards, 3 cards, give or take, at a certain point of time for 165. Ignore this right here. This is just like, this is current price, and his price is plummeted, but he was at 160. What I ended up doing is I ended up selling him 30 minutes before, because I felt like the market got saturated, because his price wasn't going up anywhere for like around 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That's how I know the market got like to its maximum level for him. So I decided it was time to pull the trigger, and what I did is I sold most for 164 and 163. And let's just say, no joke, literally like 5 minutes after that, like I'm not gonna, I actually got lucky that they sold. Like I was surprised, because I thought the market started dying down for him. Not by dying down, I mean like, oh, no one's gonna buy him anymore, but like it slowed down for him. But amazingly it didn't, and all of mine sold instantly within listing him. And then 5 minutes after, he started dropping 2k, 3k, 4k game starts. Like surprisingly, game start, he's at like 157 game starts. Like although that is only a 6k difference for 6 cards, 6k times 6, that's 36k. That's a big amount of coins, So he dropped 6k. As the game goes on, Bayern gets scored on. Bayern, like they're basically getting pummeled the whole point. Although they did play good, like at certain points of the game, they lost 3-0. There's nothing coming from at home. There's nothing like to say good about that game. Kept going down and down and down. The next day he's still going down, and he went back to 120. 120. He's like, I don't know how much he is right now, but he went down to 120, and I ended up selling mine for 164. Like, you know, you probably can't say, oh, that's a simple one.